Alright, so today we're just going to have a look at the Canon EOS 400D digital SLR camera. It's a little 10 megapixel camera and I reckon it's great. It's a pretty small camera, it's got a nice hold, but for those with people with small hands, a lot of people with big hands don't like and prefer to go with a Nikon. However, you can always buy an optional battery grip which gives you that extra hold. It comes with your standard features, but it also gives you a bit more creative. It lets you like release your creative side a bit more. It comes with complete manual mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, program auto, and of course your normal portrait, landscape, macro, sports, nighttime mode, and flash mode. But for those who don't have that sort of creative flair or whatever, and you just want to let the camera do the thinking for you, I'd recommend keeping it on program mode just for the time being. The camera comes with a standard EFS 18 to 55mm lens, which is okay, but I'd recommend spending a bit more extra money and getting the twin lens kit, which comes with the Canon EF 75 to 300mm telephoto or zoom lens, whatever you want to call it. And that's really good for taking photos of sports events or whatever, where you gotta stand back but you want to get up close. Just turning it on here, the first thing you're gonna think is that the first thing you're gonna think is that the display isn't working. Well, you're wrong, because it's got this nifty little sensor right here, which is a bit quirky when you first think about it, but when you've got your head up to the lens and you're looking through, it's going to be really useful, because the light in the actual display doesn't burn your eyes out when you're looking through and you can't take that picture that you really want. Now I'll just keep it on program auto here, just take a little shot. As you can see, it's just adjusting itself. Just give it a bit more time. It's not really doing itself any favours at the moment. And that's because I have the lens on. The lens hood. You gotta take it off before you can take a photo, right? Right, so we'll just have a look here, just take a photo. Bang. It's on the screen right there. It displays it straight away. Processing time is pretty good. Now to review the photo, we just got a little play button down here, press that. As you can see, you can't see it very well on the webcam. But it's also got this little nifty display button here, which gives you all its little details, its exposure times, whatever. Gives you a little RGB graph and whatnot. But yeah, also just having a look at this other little features, you got your standard video output right there, and also your digital output for USB use when you're loading photos on the computer. It also has a CF card, standard CF card. I've got a 1 gig card here. Well, I've actually got two of them. I would definitely recommend getting two 1 gig cards. The first reason is, if you've got all your photos on 1 gig card, on just one 1 gigabyte card, and you lose it, you're gonna lose all your photos. Whereas if you've got two, you can vary between them. Also, if you're going to be taking more commercial photos, or you want to blow them up to the size of, say, a poster, you're going to be shooting in RAW, and the image sizes, the image file sizes are going to be substantially bigger. It also has a little hot shoe here for your flash, and it's got a little battery, pretty easy to come out. You just pull it out like so. If we can get it out, it's probably a good thing it doesn't just fall out. But yeah, it's just a Canon E160814 battery pack, and we'll just slide that one back in there like so, if we can get it in. Alrighty. Also, as you can see, it's a digital SLR camera. Now for those who've never bought a digital SLR camera before, or don't have any experience with the SLR, you actually don't look through the display here, you look through the viewfinder, because you're looking straight through the viewfinder. It's got little mirrors down here that shoots it through out the lens. And as you can see, changing lenses like so. It's also got a really cool dust removal feature. Every time you hear it turn on and off, you'll hear this little sound. Don't worry, it's nothing breaking inside the camera. It's just shaking the little sensor to get all the dust off it. But yeah, in conclusion, the Canon EOS 400D remains a very good first digital SLR camera for those amateurs out there. It's compact and lightweight, fast and responsive. It's very intelligent. It's got I think it's 8 or 10 point focus range. However, it doesn't have spot focusing for, I don't know if you're taking pictures of surfers or whatever. That's not really nothing to worry about. I would also definitely recommend a Canon over other brands. The reason is that the Canon lens range is much wider, and you'll find if you get into photography more and more, the lenses last more than the camera. And a lot of people think, well, why am I spending $2,000 on 10 to 22 millimeter wide angle lens when this 400D as a standard without a lens costs only $1,100? Well, that is because the lens is going to last longer than the camera. And the other thing is, people worry about, well, what happens if they change the lens, holdy thing inside there? Well, they won't. And that reason is so you can buy cameras in 20 years time, you'll still be able to use this same lens here, but it'll just be a different camera. And that's the beauty of the Canon range. You've got so many more lenses to choose from than Nikon and Konica Minolta or whatever else there is out there. So I definitely recommend the Canon here. And that's it, the Canon EOS 400D.